I've been a GMS endorser since 1993, and I know very well just what kind of drums these guys have been putting out over the decades. When an auction showed up that was billed as the first drum set that GMS ever sold, I had to jump on it because I knew there was going to be some serious history there. Here's the story. Now we're recording.
Don't f this up, Wissing.
What was your inspiration for the first set?
I'd have to say there was really no direction to it either.
No direction.
It was just kind of like for self-fulfillment almost.
Yeah, but also to make it good sounding.
Yeah.
That's all, you know, that it was correct, that the edges were good, everything was working.
Back in the mid to late 80s, there were not really that many custom-made drum companies, and certainly not of the caliber of GMS.
Well, right now we're going to take a ride over to the first GMS factory over in Hicksville.
This one?
That's not the way?
Straight that way.
Oh.
This was all, you know, defense contracting, right?
Yeah, which is handy for a business like yours, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, Northrop Grumman.
Well, what was handy was there was a lot of little machine shops and stuff around that we can get parts
And
made.
platers. No more platers. They don't exist anymore.
I know there's a history of other musical instrument makers in this area.
Well, we're going to attempt to go by the old Fives, the original Fives location in Farmingdale.
Cool.
Now, we'll see what it looks like when we get there.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that the APIs and the Fairchilds, you know, in the audio world, I don't know if that relates to all the drummers out there.
Well, the Darios.
The Dario, that's right.
Right.
You know.
I can't stress enough the importance at this time in history, in the mid to late 80s, that nobody else was doing this, no other drum company was doing this. In that respect, GMS had really set the tone for what was about to come in the years following.
I was renting out a drum kit, and it happened to be a GMS kit, and I really liked it. And I asked, who are these guys? I want these drums. That was it. It was that simple.
What I love so much about the GMS stuff is that there's some voodoo science going on, first of all, with the bass drums. The bass drums always sound twice the size they are. I don't know what it is, but I'm thankful for it.
So Rob, this is the first kit you guys ever sold.
This kit we made in May of 1988. What's pretty amazing is they come full circle with them back here.
Right.
How many years later?
It's a beautiful kit. I'm really impressed at just how, even though it's almost 30 years old, how modern it seems. So what would be the difference between, because you guys are making drums very similar to this today.
We can still make this lug, although we have, maybe over the course of time and people's taste, we've developed a special edition lug, which is a smaller version of this. So it's a two-part lug instead of one with a connection.
Right.
Primarily the only difference is still an 8-ply maple shell.
Still made by Keller.
Still made by Keller. The lacquer finishes that we're using here have changed over the years to sometimes polyurethane, sometimes polyester, depending on the application.
GMS drums in the last 30 years have consistently had some of the most unique and amazing snare drums out there. Two of my favorites for live and studio are the PVS and the Revolution snares.
I can't wait to see this in your studio.
All right, well, come on out to look at it. See you on the other side of this edit. This is a beautiful kit, and I use it a lot in my own space. The shells are 8-ply maple, made by Keller, as they have been for 30 years. The finish, I'm told by the guys, is hand-rubbed piano lacquer, which apparently is insanely labor-intensive, and I don't think they'll be doing another one like that anytime soon. The tension casings are solid machined brass, and it came with the original rims mounts from the 80s. The floor tom legs are their machined brass, pretty solid, heavy-duty piece of machinery. The sizes are, there's a 10-inch, 12-inch. There's a 13-inch that I don't really use in this configuration. I use it a lot if I just need a big, deep tom-tom, so I'll use that by itself. The floor tom's a 15-inch. Bass drum is 16 by 22. And again, they're really cool sizes in that they're really useful even today. A lot of those 80s and early 90s drums are those incredibly deep power tom sizes that haven't really aged quite as well. So I'm really thankful that whoever ordered this kit had some foresight into the sizes. I did have to replace all the heads when I got the kit because they were really old. So I have the Aquarian Modern Vintage 2 on top on all the toms and the bass drum. They sound great. Kick pork on the bass drum. At this point, I own about 6 GMS kits with another on the way, and it's really cool for me to see that the quality has remained unchanged from day one. This kit completely hangs with my brand new kits and every kit in between. It's a great recording set. And looks pretty classy too.
I've spent a lot of time in the studio with GMS drums, and I know just how versatile they are. These drums were made last month, and they're instruments to last a lifetime.
There's a lot of stuff being made nowadays. There's very little of it that's on the level of these particular instruments.
Dylan, Rob, oh, it's great. You guys are the best. You make the best drums.
Thank you.
And I'm just thrilled to be an endorser and to be playing these drums. Duh.
They're analog.
They're analog.
They sure are.
Oh, is this everything you thought it'd be, Dylan?
And more.